Hi, I'm Jason Alcott, author of the upcoming book, The Sewing Principle, and today I want to talk about a question that I've been asking myself to help me get clarity and focus as I kind of go through my day. But before we do, if you haven't already had the opportunity to hit the subscribe button below, please do. That really helps to get these videos out there. And if you get to the end of the video and you felt encouraged by what it is that you've heard, please hit the like button or the share button, whoever you feel like it's a great way to get this message out to those that you know and love and could be encouraged by it as well. It's obviously appreciated. So in the last video, we talked about this idea of drafting and mentorship and kind of external influences, how they're walking you down the course of life. I think it caused me to pause and ask some questions. And I wanted to talk a little bit more about that and how questions can kind of be used as a internal influence to help you stay on this right course or right path towards your dreams and goals. And I think the question that I've been asking myself lately and I found really helpful is this question that says, who needs my A game right now? Or who needs me to be at my best right now in this moment? And I'm finding what I'm doing is I'm using this when I'm in moments of transition. So when I'm moving between one task or another, or moving from one meeting and going into another, or that moment in time where I'm driving home and making sure that I'm resetting myself for how I need to be with my family and be prepared. And I'm finding it really interesting because it's not just asking me what's next to do on my to-do list, but who out there in a personal relationship or on my team or the people that I'm working with, who needs me to be at my best? Who needs me to be at my A game? And it's helping to focus not only on my list of to-dos, but also on how I can be uplifting, encouraging, and supporting the team and or family that's around me. So when I was working on my book, I started working with the editor, and one of the things that was recommended to me is that we look at how we were going to end each chapter. And so we looked at, what are some possibilities? Do we just do some takeaway points, maybe some summary points? But what I ended up deciding on doing was actually including a number of questions at the end of each chapter, just 2 or 3 questions at the end of each chapter, with the goal being that as the reader, they'd be able to take the information that was in the chapter and then be asked a question and actually be able to take that question and apply it into their daily life. And I think it can be a really powerful tool to kind of cause someone to pause, consider what it is that they've been reading. I try and use this myself. Consider what it is that I've been reading and how am I going to be able to apply that, or hopefully the question sparks something that I have to answer inside that then causes me to go forward, make action, and move me in the right direction. And how I've been working with this question, using this question, is when I came across it, I immediately wrote it down because I thought it was kind of fascinating. It's who needs my A game right now? And I put it on a big post-it and it sits beside my laptop at work. And I found it really interesting because it's helping me to clarify what am I doing in between tasks? As I move from one thing to another, whether from one meeting to another, or one task to another, if I see that, it catches me and it causes me to pause and look and think, okay, it's not just my to-do list. It's not just my task list that needs to get done, but who in my team or who in my family needs me to be at the best of my best right now and needs my support, needs me to cause and go towards more relationship and less from task. And I found it to be really interesting. It's sort of helped me to get up and to work with people and to help people. And I found that the whole team does better. I know that my family does better when I'm more present. I think everybody's recognizing that we can be so distracted, whether it's by social media, scanning our phones, text messages, emails. The distractions are never ending. So anything that can kind of help to provide clarity and focus, and especially if it can help to take the focus off of myself and on to others, like a question like this does, pausing throughout the day and asking myself, who needs me to be at my best right now? Who needs my A game right now? Has been a game changer for me over the last couple of months. And I really wanted to share that with you. For myself, I'm an introvert. So my natural tendency is sort of to kind of hammer through a to-do list, kind of keep my head down and keep my work going, spend a lot of time on spreadsheets and things that aren't necessarily always dealing with people, but because that's my natural comfort zone. But I actually need to make sure that I've got my head up and I'm supporting a great team of people that I work with, or I'm at home and I'm supporting my wife or my kids or spending time. It's not always task oriented. It's got to be relationship before task. So what I find is this question sort of forces me towards relationship because that's my natural bent is sort of in the other direction. And so when I'm forced towards relationship, it pushes me to grow and it pushes me to help others, which I find really helpful. Now, if you're an extrovert, you may look at this question and it actually may be that you need to dial down and actually put the right things in place to be able to support your team. Maybe your team needs you to not necessarily be out in front of them as much, but they actually need more resources that you haven't been able to give them because you've been out in more social settings, whatever. It could be either way. But when I'm at my best, it forces me to think about the task that I'm about to start and where I want to go next. Sometimes you're going to ask this question, and sometimes what you need the most is you need to be able to take care of yourself. Sometimes you need to be able to map out the rest of your day and make sure you're getting into bed early. Or maybe you need to get out and go for a run or get physically active so that we can keep our physical health in shape, keep our energy up, be able to be sharp and healthy for our family or our team. It kind of guides that. But what I'm finding for myself it helps with is that when I'm sort of in those moments of filling time between different things, it's helping me to focus and maybe not waste time where I might have wasted time before scanning social media or watching a show or something like that. It's sort of helping to clarify those moments. And like I said before, I fail all the time. It's far from perfect, but if you're making incremental steps toward the positive, incremental steps towards making better decisions, that's sowing positive seeds. And that's what the book, The Sowing Principle, is really all about. So I look forward to the opportunity that you'll have to read it. If you've been encouraged by this, please head over to jasonalcott.com, sign up for updates about the book. There'll be a form there. You can enter your email address so I can let you know when it's going to be out. And I look forward to talking with you again soon. Thank you so much for your time.